Hi,
Hello,
to our podcast, Exploring Marriage. My name is Lillian Rantala Jones.
my name is Miriangela Chezida.
Yes. So, last week, there is a way we closed off.
Yeah, we kind of just left.
Yeah, because the respect topic was getting hotter and hotter. We were going to go somewhere else with it. So, today we are going to come back with part two of respect.
Yes.
Would like to actually not leave you guys hanging and explain thoroughly where we were coming from with respect. So
Yeah.
last week we had said that respect is honoring, respect is love, respect is reverencing, respect is all sorts of things. It's a diverse language. It's a universal language that everyone wants, that everyone desires. But then God made it that it's for men or the authority, the person who is, because you have to also respect your mom, you get, and your mom is not a man. So
Yeah.
that's why we are saying that it's a universal thing, language, like it is something that is desired, but then it's mostly desired by men.
Yeah.
Men, like we women love to be loved. We only see that we are loved when we see that we are loved.
Yeah.
You get,
And we are the only ones who know that we are feeling it.
yes. So that's the same way that men also desire respect.
Yeah.
If you do not respect a man, that means you don't love him.
Yeah.
And they say it clearly. It's not something that it's woman made, no. It is something that God required of us. As the Bible says, respect your husband.
Yeah.
So that means that you're supposed to respect your husband because it is what he desires. It's what he sees as love. It is not anything else. So last time we broke off when I was trying to explain about how the devil was attacking families.
Yeah.
Because there is something you said that there are some men who desire to be submissive and men who want to be respected.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to hint on the part where I was saying that since that is what it is, the devil has brought in gazing a lot of it. Transgenders now, like they are they do not want to relate with I'm a woman. Because I mean, if you woke me up in the morning and ask me who are you, I'll tell you I'm a woman. You get. But then some people are like, I'm a them. Or I am nothing. Yes, I am nothing. What is it called? The word has gone.
Who are they? Who are the ones you're talking about?
Well, the broccolis.
Yeah, the fruits. We identify as fruits.
Is the one identifying, is the one I'm doing. Okay. They're identifying as fruits, dogs, cats. They're doing all kinds of things because the devil has lied to us. He is trying to show us that if you want respect, then do this. Turn it to a man. And then people are actually not feeling themselves in their bodies as men or as women. They're like, I feel like I'm a man now because of the body shape, because of how I'm feeling. No, God created you as a woman. So your role is to be a woman, not to turn into something else.
Yeah.
So the devil has really attacked family ever since he saw that now souls are taken.
Yeah.
So, and the respect, and people are actually understanding respect now, and family, people are actually into marriages.
Yes.
I realize that these days people are getting married.
I think it's because we are old. You know, when we were younger, we didn't know people wanted to get married, but we are in the age group where people want to get married. So everywhere you're like, I want to get married, I want to get married. Oh, but with the same token, marriages are breaking up. That's why we can be like, everybody's leaving their marriages, everybody's falling up, everyone's marriage is falling apart.
But here is the thing: the devil has deceived people. How? If a man is not ruling, if a woman is not ruling the family, then it's a broken family. But that's wrong. If there is no respect for, like, if a man is not respecting his wife, then that's wrong. The man is supposed to be submissive to the wife. You're supposed to do what the wife wants. That's another way around. So that means that if the man is not doing what the woman wants, then divorce, then it is breakup. So the devil is attacking us like that.
Yeah.
But I'm just urging Christians out there that let it not be the end of it all. Let respect not be the cause of the breakup. You get, because We got a friend and they tell us, that man is disrespecting you. Just
Yes.
but that's not how it works. So respect
Respect is not for women, it's for men or the authority in your life. You've spoken about the world. Right now, there's a message being spoken in the world, movies, series, TV shows, reels, everything. Women, and it's women who want to be heard.
Yeah.
They're like, hear me, my voice matters. All these movements that have been coming up, Me Too, or even Me, I'm Suffering. And the thing is, we're not discounting the fact that women have been abused. That part is there, but it has nothing to do with respect.
Yeah.
The devil, again, is trying to use trauma to justify something that is not right.
Yeah.
Women should not be mistreated, that's true.
Yeah.
But women also should not be respected. Like, it doesn't mean that you're going off on the other side of the spectrum. Like, if you say women are being abused this side, it's so bad. The reverse is that women should be respected.
Yeah.
The thing is, fix it, let it not happen. But that doesn't mean that now a woman her voice has to be like as loud as the man's voice. That's not the truth. And when you go back in history, for example, like in the American history, Bambi, like, don't fact check me. I'm not giving things based on what I've researched. I'm saying things based on what I've watched and learned over time. That back in the day, families were led by men, and women couldn't get bank accounts. They couldn't work. They couldn't vote. They couldn't and
also that.
Yeah, and they were fight. They started. That's when the female movement came in of our rights. Even women have to vote. They have to make a decision. But you see, for example, if in a family, a man and a woman are disagreeing about, let's say, the leadership of the country, like, I want this person, I want that person.
Yeah.
But then the head knows best what's good for his family. So if you, in your family, are voting different things, already in your family, you're already divided. There's already an issue in your home. And I think the heart of it back in the day was that because men are the heads of their families, men should make the decisions for their family. If a man wants you to have a bank account, he wants you to have access to money, you go through him. If a man wants to have access to voting, he makes that, because he's the head of the family. But of course, again, because of abuse, it became something like, women need to be given a right to speak because they are being abused.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we live in a fallen world. And because we live in a fallen world, the man is also fallen.
Yeah.
But so is the woman. So the thing of saying that a man has to be, we can't let him rule, we can't let him have authority because he makes bad decisions, does not justify the fact that the woman should, because she made the first bad decision in eating the fruit. That alone should show you she should not have the same rights as the man.
Yeah.
But again, because the government, I think back in the day, used to be like, this is the biblical thing. Men are the heads of their family. When you read the Bible, they talk about men, like the family of so-and-so, the family. Even when they were counting men.
Yeah.
They are not counting women. And that doesn't mean you don't matter. And you shouldn't. Like, the devil's lie of you matter.
Yeah.
Your decision matters. It matters, but it doesn't in the grand scheme of things, because there's an authority already.
Yeah.
If you can't get through to the authority, you shouldn't be trying to go around the authority.
Yeah.
And that's where we're talking about respect. Respect is you getting back under your authority, through which then decisions can be made to benefit your family and you. And from you being under the authority, you can move the authority to make a good decision for your family. If you feel like he's not good for you, or he's making bad decisions, still you have to honor him. Still you have to respect him, because it's the only way you will get him to change. But because the devil came in and is like, women, let me tell you, fight. Fight for yourselves. Go ahead. And this movement started out well. It started out well, like, women, we want to work, we want to have these rights and all. But because of the heart of it, that you're trying to move away from a position that God put you, it got jumped on by the devil, and now it has become a whole other thing that birthed a whole lot of things that we're not going to get into right now.
Yeah.
But the heart of it is that we were moving away from respect.
Yeah.
And there's this show I watched. I used to watch it. It was funny. It was called The Man with a Plan. But it's ironic because he's clearly not the man with a plan. His wife is the one with a plan. So he always has a plan that fails, and his wife comes in and saves that day.
Yeah.
So she runs the home. She's like, don't do this, don't do that, don't treat the kids like this, don't treat. So then he comes up with his way of doing things, and things always end up in a mess. And she comes in and she's like, but I told you so. He's done apologizing. So at the end of that day, she is the one on top, and he has to submit to her. The funny thing about this trying to like both of you respecting each other is that one of you, that's just the way it is. One of you is in charge. Like that is the way that system works. Even in the games, there is someone who makes the decisions. There is no such thing as we agree. And whenever we try to be like, we have to agree, breakups. Because you can't ever agree. You're different, even when you're both women. Or when you're both men. There's the man who has, and there's the man who's like, don't you see, like, that's just so ironic, but it's the exact same thing. Even with the women, there's the one who's like, oh, there's that was like, just see that man goes.
And that devil is busy lying. Like, so showing them that, you know what, it's good. Let me tell you, what you've said, because most of the time, if you had the spirit of God in you and you're watching such movies, the spirit will immediately say that this is wrong. Like it is wrong, even you as a woman. And we are not calling upon men to say, now disrespect your wife. How do you respect your wife? By loving them. Because if a husband loves you, of course the respect will be there. You get. So you do not go calling for respect, call for love. You get. Ask your husband to love you. In that way, the respect will just come natural.
But then, before you continue, I just want to jump in there. You said he has to love you, but the problem is he can't love you how you want. You're like, love me by giving me flowers. And he's like, me loving you is you telling you, don't talk to this friend. Because that's how God is with us. You can be like, God, give me money. I want to go and do this and this. If you love me, you died for me. He's like, no, I died for you. I want you to go to heaven. Sir, I'm not giving you a single cent. And then you don't know that he's loving you. So you need to even figure out, how is he loving you? Because he may be really loving you, and you can't see it.
Because we are expecting love in a different kind of package. Yet we're loving another package.
Exactly.
But because I'm expecting roses, when roses, they're bringing you green ones. Then the next day, just ask. You get what I'm saying?
Someone will make them.
That for the wife, stop asking for respect from your husband. Like, pray for love. You want to be asking to love you, because I know in my heart that, like, the way we think that we are respecting them, the same way they're thinking that they are loving that. You get. That means that you yourself, if you think that you're respecting him, then what he's asking you to do. So that also you have a right to ask him to love you, because
you're not loving me.
You're not loving me right. Like, you're not loving me the way I want to be loved. Maybe if he has what you want, then he will provide for it. Because for us, we believe gifts and loving us, taking me out, holding my
Give me that money.
So we are not saying that women won't deserve the respect. No, do not misunderstand. But you going out and asking for it, asking for your husband's respect. I mean, why?
I think let's not even use the word respect. Let's use the word fear. Because the word fear will properly and explain, don't ask him to fear you. He shouldn't.
He shouldn't fear you.
You should fear him. He should die for you. Let's say die. Like, die is the love, because Christ said, love them to death. He also said, love them how you love your body. How you treat your body is how you should treat her. But now when you are respecting, there's this guy we watched, the guy of two different brains, that the funny guy who talked about the female brain and the male brain and how the two different brains work. You remember that time? He said that one of you can jumpstart the cycle. If you're like, but I'm not respecting him because he's not loving me, you jumpstart the love. I mean the fear. Like, start fearing him. Listen to what he's saying. Do it. If you love me, keep my commandments. Wisdom is in the instruction. If he instructs you, do this, this, and this. Do it. If he asks for the car and you want to use the car, give him the car. If he like the simple things, then you will see him loving you the way you want. That way you've been yearning for. He might have been loving you in the other way of dying for you and you don't know. But this time he'll come and he'll be like, hey, Bambi, I saw this, your nails are not kawak. Do you want to do your nails? Here is money. Was me. There was a time, I love doing my nails, obviously. But there's a time, Bambi, the money is not coming. And it's not like it's not there, but it's just not giving it to you. And I'm like tired of asking for money for nails. So I moved on. I told God, you know what? I think maybe you want me to die. Let me die to the nails. So I for like a year and a half, I wasn't doing my nails. Then one day, after a whole year, he's like, your nails are not done. How come your nails are not done?
It's just
like,
after 1
yeah,
year.
what do you mean, my nails? When was the, I was like, but the Lord is like,
Not now.
this is not the moment. This is good news. So he's like, hey, your nails are not done. You need to go and do your nails. Here is the money. How much? Go right now. That was him loving me the way I want. But it's because I don't even know what it is that I had been doing, but clearly he was happy with me to the extent of, and now even up to now he will notice, he'll be like, hey, your nails are broken, Bambi. Now he knows he must look for money. He likes my nails. It's no longer, and I don't have to beg. I don't have to fast, pray, or be like, I don't know, or go outside and try to find the money to fix. He knows because I am probably doing something right. And that's what happens when you fear. Then you jumpstart him. Then he,
And if you're doing something right, as you've said, you will always notice your side of the pot. And then you also, like you said in the other video, you said that you get the position, you're in the right position to ask. Because you are trusted by this person. Because he knows that this person respects me, they fear me, everything I say they do. That means that they will also give you an ear. Like you sit down with him and tell him, you know what? I'm lacking this and this and this. Just pass it or touch it in there. Don't start. But then last week, and then I even asked you the other week, not me. When I'm asking my husband, I tell him, by the way, I saw a certain dress. I leave it. That's the you get. Over, it's been long since I did my nails. Over, I start, I'm going to cut my hair. You get threat. That I'm getting. But I know he loves long hair. So I'm like, I'm going to cut my hair. Then he'll ask, why? I'm now getting his hair. I've gotten his hair. Like, it's hard. Like, it's really hard for me to comb it. Then he's like, why don't you like treat it, do something about it? I'm like, that's the problem. I do not have the money. Oh, you get like red crush. Like I just don't go. So now you send me my hair. I just start with what doesn't he want to say? I want to say short hair. So, because one day I went and plaited short hair afro. He was like, give me my money back. Like what is this? And then I did a mistake of cutting it off. He was not amused. So now I know he doesn't like short hair. So I got him. So still you're being respectful because you're like, you don't like this thing. As a result, this and this and this needs to happen. Or I start talking, my shoes. I don't like my shoes anymore. Why? You get. So you will get all, and like, I talk about a coat. I also get those things that I have. I'm like, my coats are worn out. Really? Okay. The next time when he's planning, he knows that I have to give my wife at least 30K to go and do her nails. You get, because she mentioned it. But then the moment I go shouting, he will just walk away. He will even pretend like he has it hard, like,
then the way you're speaking wisdom. and then
so I found a way of talking to him, because he knows that when my wife is addressing something, she's going to come a certain way. Because even when he comes to address something to me about him, I listen. You get, I'm like, okay. Even if I don't want to, because there are sometimes when I don't want and I just walk away. But then when I decide that I'm going to listen and I do it, or sometimes I surprise, because he loves those things. So it's like, wow. So that all did it. So we are there. He knows
My wife gave me bacon last time and it was her bacon.
You get. So when I come to ask for milk, he will definitely give me the milk because he knows that I'm willing to sacrifice what I have so he can also have.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's something else I want to bring to the table. Independence, wanting to be married, but independent. For me, I feel right now that is a sign of disrespect.
Yeah.
Why? The man's job is to provide. It's actually in the Bible. He must provide, must protect, and he must give you certain things.
Many things.
And if he's not, then you can wage a case. You're not doing this and this and this. But we have been conditioned, and I'll talk about the reason why we have been conditioned. That our greats, maybe 2 generations back, men were not available, or men were cheating and having multiple families, and so women were left to cater for their kids. And so this sin, and again, this is the devil's work, by the way. This is not, it's men, but the devil is doing this. And he was strategic about it. He planted a seed. So the women who were raising kids at that time were telling kids, girls, don't depend on men. Marry him, love him. Don't depend on him. He will leave you at any moment. So you need to make sure you're catered for and your kids are catered for. And that message started being taught by, and even the men are being taught this thing that women will take care of themselves. You do your thing, do you? So the seed that was planted, now the next generation, the men could just get up and go. Because they know the women will handle, they'll take care of it. And the truth of the matter is we can. Because that's something God gave us. That's why we are helpmates, because of how great we are at taking care of ourselves. Now imagine taking care of others. You're even much more greater at that. So he started planting this seed of women. You don't need to respect your men. If you don't, and if you don't need to depend on him. You don't need to respect him. You don't need him. And because you don't respect him, he will leave. Because he needs to be raised. It's a need.
Then there's a broken family.
And then you're like, but he left. You see, men are like this. They always leave. Because your mother conditioned you to not give him the most important thing, which is to respect him, which is to fear him, which is to lift him up. And because we talked about all this in the last video. And when he's not getting that, he's going to look for it elsewhere. And when he finds it, he's not going to pour into a bucket that is not giving anything back. So he pours it elsewhere. And you'll find that many of those families where the men left, they go somewhere else and they're doing well. And so when you're growing up now, you're the broken child, you're like, but me, why did my dad do this to me? And that seed is sown. Now you've grown and you find a man and you love him, because there's a mystery in the Bible about men and women. This guy says that I don't understand the way of man and woman, that you will fall in love. Like, that's just how we were made. You will love a man, you will love a woman. It's just how it is. But when you do, remember, you have a broken mindset about men. They leave. They won't take care of you. And then there's also the thing in you that is the flesh that wants what it wants. Like, I want nice things. I must have nice things at any cost. So you will not do what he tells you, or what he tells you. Like, of course, we all know it's unreasonable. You don't want it. But you have a way out. If he leaves, a plan, I'm okay. And that is what keeps you from moving forward in your marriage. It's what keeps you from sacrificing, because you're like, any moment, me, I will survive if we break up. And that creates a doorway for the enemy to actually cause you to break up. There are some women who are like, I can't ever have a broken marriage. I will not leave my husband. However, you're just hearing, you're unhappy, he's unhappy. Okay, we're not like saying marriage should make you happy, but do what you're supposed to do in the marriage to make the other person happy, fulfilled. And as you're doing this, he's also doing the same. But you're like, I can meet my bills. I can, when he tells you something, what?
Mama.
Those things. Because, and the thing is, something was sown in you. You are broken. He is broken. We are in the sin nature. So we are not talking about things from a perfect life. We are talking about normal people who are broken. You're broken. But God is working on the both of you You are both seeking God and trying to make it work, and we are telling you how. Respect him. The man, love her. In whichever way that God is showing you, like we talked last time, we said, look at God, look at Christ, let him show you how to do that thing. But we were, the reason why women are like, I can do it. So there's this push of work, get a job, do what? You can't be there seated. What if he doesn't leave you?
What if he so I was told that now that you have these many kids, so how are you going to take care of them? How are you going to leave? I'm like, but they have their father, right? They're like, but no, what if
you're supposed to operate as their children?
They're still with their husband. I mean, that's what
I'm saying. There's something that has been planted in us to be ready to run.
Exactly. So I was always given a plan. Like, what's your plan? What's your plan? And I'm telling them, God told me to be there. And I know it's annoying, but I'm doing what the Lord has told me. And I have a future that they are not seeing. God has a plan for me. So, but because they want to see a certain million who was single in marriage, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, now I'm living with a person who's my authority. I can't start living the way I used to be. But minus that, when you were talking about all that, I got what is it called? Let me call it an epiphany. It might not be epiphany per se, of the tree of good and evil.
Yes.
Because remember, in that garden, there were two trees, a tree of life and the tree of good and evil. But the devil is so sly and cunning, he told the woman to eat from the tree of good and evil, not the tree of life, because he knew the tree of life is going to bring life. It's not going to change life. They're just going to become immortal. They will not be dying. But the tree of good and evil, they're going to start separating. They will start questioning. They will start also asking, why God, why did you do this? So that's the same thing here. And he goes for a woman, not the man. Because the women are so gullible, naive, we are followers. We are literally followers. So he had to go for that one weak person. And then after, when she eats the fruit, of course she runs to her husband, who of course eats. You get. So why am I giving that?
Because the man is easily led away by the woman. And God is warning the Israelites, don't marry ungodly women because they will lead you away.
Exactly. So what the devil does, he goes and attacks that tree. He knows that if we eat from this tree, we are going to start questioning everything.
And we have so much knowledge about everything.
So that means that even if I'm told, do respect your husband, and I know it's right, I am still going to want to give reasons as to why I should not respect my husband. Because guess what? I work harder than him. I am more knowledgeable than him. I have PhDs. You get, I'm taller than him. Let me say, you can have a number of hands, have a number. But it's not because you are wrong, you get, or you are right. It's not even about that. It's about that devil misleading you, showing you what is wrong so that you can piece off God. That is about it. It's not that, the devil loves you so much, now that I've won about the respect part. Then what happens when your marriage is falling apart? He runs, you get. And when it's falling, he's still there. Like, akuma modilo. It's like when you're in a ship that chooses cold, they have to continue eating cold. So that's the same thing that the devil does.
You continue destroying yourself.
And then you start seeing the bad of the husband, why you shouldn't be respecting him, why you shouldn't be submitting to him. Oh my God, he's not fit to be my authority. I think I should be looking for another authority. But you're not receiving what you're supposed to be receiving because you're not also giving what you're supposed to be giving. And that is the respect. No man is going to love a woman who doesn't respect them. Because in the last video, we said respect and love, they go one together. You get. So that means fear and what? Reverence. They work together. If you tell me that you revere your husband, you don't love,
how can you surrender? How can you surrender to someone you don't revere? You will not be able to.
So you have to have those things together.
Yes.
So for me, my urge to the people who are watching is go read the Bible.
Yeah.
Let's get out of what the world is saying. Let's get out of even my peers, their marriages did this and this and this. Because as I've told you, they told me your husband is going to leave you. Your man, let me say, your man is going to leave you. But then, for them, they are still living with their...
They're still with their men.
They are married to them 20 and above years, and they're telling you, yours is going to leave. You get, and you're like, But because I have seen my father first died for my mom to walk away. You get what I'm saying? And the people I've grown up with, my auntie still lives with her husband. Everyone that I've seen. And I had that belief that, no, he won't walk away from me. You get, he's not going to leave no matter what. So I stayed where I'm supposed to be. So, and the respect stayed. But because you listen and say, oh my God, you keep, so you keep bringing all that into your head, not knowing that now it's the devil bringing back the negative.
Sowing your own seed.
Yes, God is not disillusion. What is it called? Deceptive.
Yeah.
God is not deceptive. He is not going to give you negative. Never. He's not going to show you that how your family went into the badlands. Let me tell you, how they suffered, how they've done this. He's not going to talk negative.
He's always looking to restore.
Yes.
If men have left, if someone left you or left your mother or left something, doesn't mean the one next is going to leave.
Yeah.
What someone did does not mean this one is going to do the same thing. Everyone is an individual.
Yeah.
And you've said something really important. You said, God told me to be here. And if you're looking to actually walk respect out, you need first to go to God and hear from him and trust him. Because for me to respect my husband and to hear him, I first go to God, who sent me this person, and trust him to keep this person accountable, because you cannot keep him accountable. Even he cannot keep himself accountable.
Yeah.
It's God who keeps him accountable. And so these fears that are being communicated through social media, parents, relatives, friends, all that stuff, you have to go back to God and be like, but God, what are you actually saying?
Yeah.
Is he telling you he will leave? If he's not telling you he will leave, he will not leave. But someone, he's telling you he will leave, and it's because you've been doing certain things, and he's saying, stop doing those things, or else he will leave.
Yeah.
And then he's warning you, and then you need to, now it's on you. He told you. It's like the man tells you do this, you don't want. Tells you go here, you don't want. You're insisting on your job. You're insisting on your money. You want everything, but you want to have your bike and eat it too. And this is the final thing before we conclude. I was watching this woman who was making money. She made the husband not work. She was working. Then she's making the money. And then she was making decisions about the money. And the guy is like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't give all the money away. And the chick is like, it's my money. It's my money. And the guy is like, okay, here is the checkbook. Don't pretend you care what I say. But what I got from that is that we women, when we are working, it's our money.
Yeah.
The man, he breaks, he sweats, he does what? He must provide for everything.
There is a way God made
husband is. Like him, he will sacrifice for you, for the family. Now, yeah, with this pocket, it is yours.
That is why he's
like, crazy. I don't understand. Like, how do we think? And then we want us, whose money is ours, to make the decision.
Yeah.
We will be thinking about makeup. Yeah, because you may buy food and clothes for the kids.
Of course you will. You will. But there are some things that you won't think about. Because the more you do it, let me say, do you know that a woman, let me say, if they are renting, she can be paying rent the first month, the second month. But then as the year goes, you're like, I'm tired. This man should be doing something about it. You get what I'm saying?
Because we are made to desire him to protect, to provide, to. Let me tell you, things were sown in us that we need to take accountability for. Like, ask yourself, why do I think this way? Why is my job so important? Why is money so important to me? Why do I feel like he must listen to me? Why? And when you get back to the bottom of it, it's because we are fallen, because we were deceived.
Yeah.
But God is trying to restore a woman to her rightful place, being respectful to her authority, because that is where your power is. You're most powerful when you're being respectful.
Yeah.
If you look at all the women who did major things,
They were all respectful.
they were all respectful. Even in the world, this world, like leave the Bible women.
Yeah.
In this world, the women who did major things, good things, they were respectful women.
Yeah.
So we can't say this thing doesn't work. It works. You just need to allow yourself to go there. It's not easy. It's not a bed of roses. It's not.
Some women will tell you that what about the dictator women? Those women, did they tell you they were dictators to their husbands?
They weren't. They were dictators to everyone else, but not their husbands.
By the way, what I know is that those people are always respectful. Look at Queen Elizabeth. She respected.
And look at how many years she ruled.
Yeah,
longest monarch.
Because she respected her. Otherwise, some people are thinking that the prince refused to do something because he was owned by the queen. That's not the case.
No,
it was his choice. You get?
Yeah.
But this woman respected her husband.
Yes.
The point that she could not live anymore.
When the husband died, her life was like, I can't do this.
You being great and thinking that some pastors out there, some great women out there, they have their men, and their men are the rulers. They actually go and ask exactly.
Actually, the man is the one ruling. And I was going to go into destiny, but we'll come back with that.
Yeah. Anyway, this has been such a great topic. We hope that you really, really, really pray that you take something out of it. Don't see the negatives that you don't like us to talk about, but pick something out of it, the positive, the good part, the good bit of it. If you're not in agreement with us, read the Bible. It will just help you.
Yeah, don't argue without going to read the Bible.
Go read the Bible, because everything that we say here is Bible-based. We are not giving you facts. Plus the examples, of course, of how we've lived our lives and other people, because most of the time we need that. But the Bible, read it if you're not in agreement with us.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We love you.
Yeah.
God loves you. And that's why we were talking about respect.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Bye.
Bye.